Hello guys, welcome back to Inside Electronics. So this time I'm here with you to discuss about an incident that happened to me back in December 2020. So I'm not going to talk anything that is related to electronics this time. This time it's all about this whole incident that I nearly missed a phishing link attack. So it all started with a single email that I received. So before moving on to the whole story side of things, I'm really sorry to say that if you feel the voice quality is really low, it's because I'm doing it with the screen recorder and the audio and video are both being captured by the software. It's also I have no control over it. So if the audio feels a bit weird, then please adjust with it because there is nothing I can do with that. So as I said, I nearly missed a phishing link attack and it all started with a mail that I received from this particular guy. So this is the first email that I received back in November 2020, and you can go through this mail while I talk about how I got this thing and other things. So being a YouTuber, I'm always open to any kind of advertisement requests and sponsorship requests and things like that. And it's not just me, almost all YouTubers are doing the same thing because that's how they are always able to earn a little bit extra income out of their YouTube account. So these kind of advertisement people, the sales kind of marketing kind of people, they actually look for large volume content creators, content creators with lots of subscribers and lots of views and things like that, because they want their product to reach to a large amount of audience with just a single person. They don't mostly look for small low volume content creators like me, because for my channel I don't have a lot of subscribers, I don't have a lot of views. So if an advertisement, if a salesperson tries to approach me, when they go through my page, they'll find that I don't have the necessary audience for placing an ad. They usually try to avoid channels like mine. But then again, when I first received this email, I was a bit surprised, and I got a little bit of excitement as well, because it's been 5 years and it's the first time I'm getting an advertisement request. So you know why can't I? So I hope you have read through this whole mail. The content of this thing is that this guy who's claiming to be the head of advertisement department's skinny core. Threadless is actually an online store. It's a reputed store which sells branded clothing products, and they specialize in customized printing on such kind of clothes. You can check out threadless.com. It's a very reputed website. People in India, you can go there just for visiting it, but they don't ship to India. Keep that in mind if you're going to try to purchase something from there. So this guy actually wanted to place some ads in my YouTube channel, and as I said, I got a bit too excited, and I said alright, fine, because it's the first time for me. So yeah, so I said, yeah, alright, I'm open with that, so you can send me the content. Honestly, I said I don't know how to do it, so I asked him, could you please help me with that? So he said alright, fine. So he's responded with this particular email. So he said he will give a 30-second uh, video clip that I need to do the voice. So if I need extra money or just you can read it, all right. And for the payment, he will transfer the amount using PayPal or direct bank payment, whichever way you want. And he said this Google Drive, he actually attached the file in its Google Drive, and he said it includes the video with subtitles and it is in 4K resolution. And obviously, when you click on the Google Drive link, you can see it takes us to the Google Drive file commercial.7 zip. You can see the download option is still there, and I'll share this file with a different file sharing server, because even if I share this particular link, you cannot access it because it's restricted. You have this guy, whoever this guy is or whoever has created this file, has to grant you permission to view and download this file. It's not like anybody can download it. And because I'm using a Yahoo account for my channel, I was not able to download this one, because you cannot download these kind of restricted files with a different account other than Google. So in this email, I'm not going to open up this email, this one, because in that one it reveals my personal email ID. That was because I wanted to download this file, and since I was not able to do it with my Yahoo ID, I asked him, could you please grant it with my personal email ID? So he agreed, and he actually uh, I was able to download it. He granted the permission, so I was able to download it. And let me show you the file. Alright, so this here is the downloaded file, and you can see the file size is around 54 megabytes. And if you try to open it, it will ask for the password. Password is promotion, OMOTION, and inside you can see desktop 2020 blah 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 promotion video commercial trailer 4K 60 fps .scr, and just take a look at the file size. It's 573 megabytes. So usually, SCR files are associated with screensavers, which are for Windows and Linux. Will it accept SCR files? I don't know, but SCR files are usually screensaver files for Windows. So I'm not sure how they're able to bring up a 500 something megabytes of SCR file, but when I noticed that it is an SCR file, I smelled something fishy, because up until that time I was not looking at the email ID from which he was sending the mails to me. Because when I first get the mail, if you take a look at the top portion over here, you can see it just says Damon Wells to me 26/11/2020 11:27 p.m. It does not reveal the sender's email ID immediately unless you click on it. So since I was in excitement, I did not click on it, so it just came out like this to me. So that's why I started replying him, because I was not realizing that he was sending an email from a made up Gmail ID. You can see www.threadless.com@gmail.com. Who will ever make an email ID like that? Do you think a reputed online store will create an email ID like that? No, obviously no. But out of excitement, I thought like that. That's why this conversation was the conversation happened, and I was able to share with you this information. And it was at this moment that I realized, like, I replied him this mail. You can see, have downloaded the arrest one, but it's an SCR file. None of my program can open it. Can you send it in any kind of video format, any other video format? So basically I opened it in my phone, because I thought, okay, it's a video file. If it is a video file, I can open it in my phone. But thankfully I did it in my phone, because if it was in my system, I would have granted access to this malware. Because when I searched for SCR file, Google actually gave me a link to a YouTube video which says SCR, how to remove SCR viruses. So when I started searching for SCR viruses, I went through a rabbit hole saying how these kind of people, these malware creators, are making SCR files that looks smaller in size, and it actually contains the malware that can access the files in your system and blah blah blah. So it's basically a phishing attack that tries to steal your information from your system, or trying to import a ransomware, who knows what. So when I actually responded to him that can you send it in any other video format, that was the last time he contacted me, because he might have noticed that the plan did not work out, because I noticed that it's an SCR file, not a video file, or things like that. But I'm not sure whether if somebody else had received it, and if that other person was not aware that SCR files are not any video format, he will simply open it in his Windows system. That results in that may give the attacker backdoor access to his system, which he can then manipulate to do all sort of nasty things. So since it was at this moment and that I noticed that, as I said, his email ID was this, because even when you reply, if you click on reply, you can see it will not immediately show the address that we are sending the ID to, and we usually this part over here, it will be the mail body, which we already read. We will just type whatever it is and we'll just click on send. That's what I did. I did not scroll up to reveal the email ID. Otherwise I would have noticed it at the first email itself, with this one itself. But I did not do that, which went on like this. And finally, when I did not receive any further message from this particular Damon Wells guy, and when I found that this threadless.com@gmail.com is too good to be true. I actually contacted Threadless team directly and they responded within a few hours. So I messaged Threadless team, which this is the official website threadless.com, and if you go there you can see uh, this one. This is the actual website. This is a legit website in fact. So when I contacted their help, they responded with this particular message. So I asked them, like, I explained the whole situation to them, like a person is claiming to be your advertisement division head and he contacted me and blah blah blah. You can read it, you can pause and read if you want, and this is the response that I got from the Threadless help team. So this person is not associated with Threadless by any means and is most likely to be phishing and things like that. So yeah, basically the route is now clear. That guy was trying to target small scale content creators because they are the kind of people that gets tempted the most, because they don't usually get advertisement requests from large companies. And so yeah, content creators, YouTubers, please be aware that if your channel is a small one, not with lot of subscribers, not with many views or things like that, if you get this kind of email, be very careful that it will not be a legit party that is sending you the mail. Almost certainly it will be a phishing link attack. Do not fall for it. Do not download any attachment. And let me tell you one more thing, that if you are the kind of person who would like to play with these kind of malwares, because I have seen a lot of people are doing it in the YouTube channels, they are playing with these kind of malwares. So if you are one of them, if you want to know what is in that SCR file, if you want to reverse engineer that malware, or if you want to do something else with the malware, if you want to try it out yourself, I will provide a link to a different file server, because I cannot share it with this ID because this will be restricted. So I will provide a different file server. I shall attach that in a different file server so that you guys can have a play with it. But be very careful. If you do something wrong, it will be your own fault, because I have already given warning that this is a phishing attack and this will be a virus. So if you are downloading it, it will be on your own risk. Download it and do whatever you want with it. It will be on your own risk. All right. So yeah, basically that's it. I just want to let you all know that this has happened to me and this could happen to any other small scale YouTubers like you. So yeah, that's it for this video guys. Thank you for watching. See you in another episode of Inside Electronics.